Welcome, challengers, to Battleground of the Gods, a Smite podcast. I am your host, Dep Nation, and joining me today we have Fro Double G
Hello, everybody.
and Blaze McBain.
I got power back. Some would say
Yeah!
I have the power. And that's why I'm wearing this gray skull shirt, okay? I'm not being dissuaded by not having power anymore.
Love yourself.
Yep.
Oh, great shirt, though.
It
Also,
is.
you know what? Has it been a while since we checked in with everyone, see how they're doing?
Probably.
Well, let's do a little bit of that. I know you had some power problems, so what else have you been up to lately?
I've ran the gambit of problems this week. There's been
Oh.
power problems, internet outage once I got power back, mentally exhausted from work, passed out at 6 o'clock one night type of problems. It's been
Oh
a time.
man.
But you know what? We're vibing. We're having a good time. Got a
Alright.
couple casts in this weekend. And I always love getting a chance to cast some Smite, so that's always a positive. And I got to go chill with the boys, so that was
Okay.
nice. They weren't Logan was convinced last weekend that power comes from the internet, and that if you don't have Wi-Fi,
Oh.
you don't have power. Because in his 3-year-old brain, that's how it works.
That's how it might work for him. Yeah.
So the second time we came back,
I
and
mean,
they told us
Tesla's
we had
sitting over
power.
here going, I told you.
Yeah, it's coming from the air around you. We got home at one point last weekend when we finally did get power back, and that's where I did a video of me going, I have the power. And you hear Logan in the background going, yeah. And we walked inside, and as soon as we walked inside, the power all dropped. And I was like, you've got to
Oh.
be kidding me, dude. And then it came back on a little bit later, probably like 10, 15 minutes, but it was really funny because the realization for Logan set in that the power is not from the internet, because he goes, there's no internet. We have power, but there's no internet. And it was just really funny. But you know,
different lines.
besides throwing my food out, which was probably the most depressing thing of last
Oh,
weekend,
that's tough.
we made the best of it. There was a lot of like down trees and stuff, so we went to the park and we did some like exploring, which was a fun time.
Ooh.
So we made the best of a not so great situation.
Okay.
How you doing, Deb?
Just had some busy times at work, and I'm trying to hunt down the right channel because I work for Dutch Farms, Chicagoland's #1 dairy brand. And we put on a food show every year where we bring in all of our vendors, or as many vendors want to come, and then we bring in all of our customers, and it's like a good time for everyone to wheel and deal and book a lot of sales ahead of time, right? Because it's like, oh, summer's coming up, you want to be able to guarantee, like, oh, we'll bring in, we know hot dogs sell really well before the 4th of July. Our hot dog vendor has the chance to pre-book a lot of cases with different grocery stores and such. So if I can do this properly with Discord, I can show you a picture of because the vendors come in, they demo some of the products, and at the end of the food show, a food bank will come up and pick up what they can for the food bank, and then what's left over, the rest of us kind of get the opportunity to shop through and take home with us. So I'm sharing a picture here in the recording chat. Some of the stuff I made my way home with after.
That's a good haul, dude.
Oh, it's a pretty good haul. I got 5 pounds of gyro slices, pre-cooked.
Dang, a gyro sounds real good right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
That sounds quite tasty. Some would say.
Yeah, but I got some pretzels, pizzas, giardiniera. I got a big wedge of like aged cheddar, but it's not like horribly dense. It's like super light and fluffy. It's some of the best cheddar I've ever had. And I got a little mini personal pie too. I had that last night. That was fun. So we're breaking the diet plan. The diet Dep is gone. Long live Fat Dep. No, we're doing good though, and but it's always fun putting these on, seeing the customers, seeing the vendors, because you get to actually like put faces to names that are normally just on emails. And for
Yeah.
me, it's the same for some of our products too. Like I had no idea what the box of Euro slices looks like. I work behind a desk, I'm not in the warehouse, I'm not in shipping. I don't see a lot of it at the grocery stores. So I do have a lot of links though. I've got some pork links, turkey links, and beef links that I'll have to grill up. I'm wondering if they're just hot dog size and I can have them as hot dogs or not. But
Do you not know what the fuck a sausage link is?
well, but it's not like a breakfast sausage, you dipshit. Those are grilling links,
But it's a link.
and they're
though.
not bratwurst. So
Well, yeah, you have
Fro, I can honestly say my family has never purchased links that aren't breakfast.
I just
So
buy
there you
ground
go.
sausage. I mean, I've had links before, but I just grab ground sausage and then I make sausage croissants or something with them.
There you go. Okay, so croissants.
Yeah,
That could be
cream
fun.
cheese, sausage, croissant. Can't go wrong.
All right. Well, there we go. Problem solved. Dilemma ended. And Fro Double G, how's life for you? Other than just finding out that I don't know what links are.
I mean, honestly, it hasn't been the best,
Oh,
and I'm not gonna trauma dump everyone. That's what I got.
oh, all right.
Okay.
Just short, sweet, to the point, I suppose. Well, how about your games this week then, huh?
The fuck, I
You know
wasn't
anything
ready for
about
that.
that?
I'm busy
Oh,
googling
fuck.
what a link was.
Motherfucker didn't know either. Coming at
I'm
me.
trying to get like, what's the actual definition of a link here?
Oh, it's like a sausage cased, but normally I thought once upon a time they had to be all together because they were linked like a chain.
Well, yeah, because they were all made
Like
out
it
of
was
the
sausage
casing.
pushed inside of intestine or casing, and then that was twisted,
Mhm.
and then they'd push the next bunch in, and
Yep.
so on.
Yeah, I think you can get them either way though. I don't know if they only come one way.
Right. Right.
I don't know,
So,
man. I'm
yeah,
not a sausage guy.
I'm the see. There we go.
Oh
Bocce,
shit!
not
Link
not a
sausage
sausage.
is made up of ground meat, often but not always, enclosed in a casing and sliced widthwise into thick discs.
Oh,
That sounds.
so I gotta slice them. That's an
I.
extra step.
You're supposed
The
to
Euro
slice your
slices are
sausage
already
links.
winning it.
Holy fuck! Wait a minute. Hold up here.
We're all learning,
learning.
today.
We're
We're
learning
learning.
today.
This is not a sausage podcast, but a learning podcast.
We're
It's a bit
learning
of a
about
sausage fest up in here, though. I mean, let's be
A
real.
bit of a sausage fest, but still not a sausage podcast.
Great
Oh, man.
breakfast debate. Oh my god! I'm not sure
Oh,
if I want
no.
to click on this link.
Oh,
Patty,
no.
Patty versus links. Oh my god!
Oh, patties.
Yeah,
Patties. I'm going to say that right now. Patties.
We all know what a
Patties.
patty is, right? Yeah, we ain't
Yeah.
got to talk
No,
about that.
it's the
I
it's the
hope so.
superior way to have breakfast sausage.
It's definitely not.
It absolutely
Okay, wait, hold on.
is.
I actually
Hold
have
on
another
now.
question. I have another question to go with this
Okay.
controversial topic.
Yeah.
Orange juice, pulp or no pulp?
No pulp preferred. I'm not going to be a bitch about it though.
I mean, but here's my thing, right? If you
Yeah.
prefer pulp, just go eat an orange.
Eat an orange. Okay.
Hold up here.
Yeah.
I have a different answer. Do I have a
Yeah.
straw?
Okay.
Does the
Because
straw
if I
have
have
a
a
fine mesh
straw-
on the bottom and you don't
No,
drink
but my fucking
the
upper
pulp?
lip does, called a mustache. So if I don't have a straw, I want no pulp. If I have a straw, I actually prefer pulped.
pulp. You heard it here first. Fro Double G drinks oranges through a straw.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I mean, like, I'll drink pulped orange juice, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'll drink it though, but no pulp is the move. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I'm gonna have the pulp, I'll just go eat an orange, and I'll eat the orange with the peel. I'm a madman.
Oh.
Yeah,
Do you eat bananas with their peel too?
I'm allergic to bananas,
Oh,
so no.
How the fuck are you
I prefer-
allergic to bananas? That's such a weird
Please.
allergy.
It is.
wait, is it all bananas or just the
Yeah.
popular bananas
Or
in the
just
U.S.?
Cavendish.
No. It is all of them. I
Hmm.
assure you, because my dad thought when I was a child I was joking and would randomly put them in different food that I ate to find out what would happen.
You'd have
And
allergic reactions.
And you had
for
allergic
science, I had an
Benadryl.
allergic reaction every single time.
Did you explain to him, be like, Dad, we can just take a banana and rub it on my arm?
No, because it's a thing where I have to eat it. Like if it touches me, I'm around it, I'm fine. But as soon as I consume it, I get horribly sick.
Mm.
My wife didn't believe me, and she told me that she thought I was joking. So I recently, as of a few months ago, didn't eat most of the day and came home and ate a banana. And I made it halfway through before I started feeling like my throat was swelling, and then I got sick.
Mm.
Not a good time. Bananas, not it. But oranges, fun fact: if you eat their
Oranges.
peel,
Yeah,
or the peel's actually more healthy than the entire orange.
I'd believe it.
It's disgusting, but I do
Oh,
that
I'm
from
sure.
time to time.
You know,
Here's the
that's
thing,
probably
I
one of
think
them
I could-
things.
I
Like,
think I
if you were
could
gonna
get-
go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, I think I could handle it if it was like in a smoothie or a shake or some
That's
shit like that.
exactly what I was just gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
man. Like, if you blend
Yeah.
that shit up, put it in something,
Oh yeah, 100%.
marmalades.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you seen what is it like? It was it's there's some drink, but essentially like it's it's like Brazilian tea maybe, but they just take like limes and they like blend them and then they put it all through a strainer
I tried.
and it's mixed with like water and some other thing.
I think that's just called
It was
lemonade.
well, but like it was different and weird, and it was like, okay, well, you're just doing something different and weird. But they blended up the limes, like
Oh.
peel and all.
Yeah, I mean, like the peel is like super super healthy. If you
Oh,
really want to throw someone off for their day and make them question about like what's going on,
hmm
you just grab your orange, just bite into it, and they don't know what to do anymore.
Just eat your orange like
Oh,
a
I'm
fucking
sure
apple.
not.
Yeah, I
Right.
did that. Like a student looked at me one day and said something crazy, and I just grabbed the orange that I had and just bit into it, and they did not know what to do with themselves. They're like, "Surely you just didn't eat the peel," and I like turned the orange around for them.
Right.
I'm
And
like,
then
"No,
you
I
took
did."
another bite.
Yeah, and then I took another bite. And they're like, "Yo, Mr. Dubs is crazy." Yeah, just
Mhm.
maybe a little bit sometimes. It's fun.
A little bit sometimes.
You have to be to teach math. It's fun.
You really do.
I'm
And
not
I'm
gonna lie,
surprised
math
you.
teachers are
Oof.
always either like one of your favorite or one of the most fucking boring.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good at that.
Yeah. Here's
like-
the thing though too. Originally, a little bit of Deplore here. Went to college wanting to become a math teacher, and at least at the college I was at, you're like 3 courses away from a math major.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh, well, why don't I just like make the odds at Vegas at this point?" But also like fuck calculus 3 and imaginary numbers and linear algebra. I'm not here for that. Um,
That's like, I just wanted to teach middle
But-
schoolers how to do long division.
right. Like tell me about geometry. But no.
Teach me how to Pythagorean
It's-
theorem.
Can you say right?
You know what's funny, Deb?
Oh, yeah.
I went to school to be a psychologist or psychiatrist, and I was like, you know what? Everybody my mom worked with had a master's in that, and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to school for that long, and I was like, I'm gonna switch to math, and I
Mhm.
was math ed, and then I ended up in the same predicament. And I was like, dude, I have to pass all these tests that they didn't tell me about, and I passed a couple of them,
Mhm.
but I was already like $500 in, and I was like, all right, here's the deal:
Yeah.
if I just switch to pure mathematics, I'm good.
Right.
But then you find out after you get the pure math degree that if you just took 4
It's
more
complete
classes,
bullshit. It's
you'd
complete
have
bullshit. Yeah.
you'd have a computer science degree, and you're like, I hate everything.
Yeah.
There's no in between about that.
Absolutely not.
It just sucks. But
Yeah.
calculus 4, I promise you, is the trip that I took.
Oh.
And a coffee cup is a donut. And once you settle that in your mind, you've realized the world around you is no longer okay.
A coffee cup's a donut if it's perfectly cylindrical.
A coffee cup's a donut because they only have a handle. They only have one hole.
Oh, I see
Wait,
what you're
what?
saying. Yeah.
That's some
Yeah.
topology stuff that I had to deal with in grad school when I thought numbers were still going to be part of math and found out they weren't.
No, it's everything but numbers at one point. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the numbers are the number for the problem.
We got to go back. A coffee cup is a
Yeah.
donut because it only has one hole.
Yeah,
What is the
The handle.
criteria for a donut?
No, it's like a
Mathematically,
donut. It
because
has a
apparently you
hole in it.
guys have a
A
term.
donut
for it.
has a hole.
Yeah. Now, don't get
A
me wrong.
donut
There's
has
other
a
types
singular
of
hole
donuts.
that passes all the way through it.
Yeah, there's other types of donuts, but like a regular donut has just a hole in it.
Isn't it like a round object with a single hole?
No.
Nope, just has a hole in it.
Something with a hole in it. That's it.
Yep.
The hole that passes all the way through.
Yeah. That's how
Okay.
they're the same.
Yeah.
Silliness? Yes. 100%. Very silly. But
Well, I
Just
mean,
like
a hot
bundt
dog is a
cakes or
sandwich,
donuts.
so I get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we're really just throwing out things for people to think about today.
I'm kind of
Really-
partial to hot dogs or tacos.
I mean, tacos are sandwiches.
Mm.
I take tortilla shells and I put peanut butter on them when I don't feel like making a full peanut butter sandwich, and I just go like this and I fold them in
You-
half.
A tortilla
Heinous-
shell is just
heinous
Mexican
individual.
flatbread. Let's not lie about
Yeah,
this.
it's
right?
just bread. And hear me
It
out.
is.
And it's cheaper than an Uncrustable, so I'm not hearing it.
Okay.
that until
Hear
you've
me
done it.
out.
No.
Hear me out.
He's right
Hold
because
on.
the best part
Hold
is
on.
you can just smear half and half and fold it. Right? There's like no separate knife, none of that. Or like I prefer the peanut butter roll ups. You just smear the peanut butter by
Yeah.
itself and roll it. Or
Okay.
the real win. This is like the big dub for me. Is you take the
Uh-huh.
bananas we were talking about earlier that will kill Blaze over here, right? And you take one of those, right? You smear some Nutella on the thing first, and then put the banana on there and roll that up.
Mm.
That has to be good.
No,
It's
no, hear
fucking
me out.
delicious. It's worth
Hear
dying
me
for,
out.
Blaze. You should try it.
I mean, like honestly, like I'd try it. I'd just get really sick afterwards.
Hear me out. Peanut butter and jelly quesadilla.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what
You
we're
gotta
talking
eat,
about.
well, but like hot.
Oh, I'm not.
You get
doing
it
that.
hot.
I'm not doing
Oh.
that doesn't sound good.
I'm not a
Mm.
fan of warm peanut butter.
You fellas are missing out.
Yeah,
No,
that's my
no,
thing.
hold
I'm like,
up.
I don't
Let's
know
go
about warm
back.
peanut
We're,
butter.
we're doing another callback to earlier this episode. I have a
Mhm.
beard and mustache.
Yeah. I just save a little for later. I got a beard and mustache. We all have beards and mustaches.
We all was
We all have
waiting for that to
beards.
set
This
in.
is not-
I was waiting for that to set in. Deb's like, I also have one. And I was
Yeah.
like, nope, I'm not saying it. I'm letting it go.
Yeah.
Yours is
well,
much
Fro doesn't
shorter.
have camera up, so I only see Blaze in the chat.
Yours is
when
much
it's
shorter,
minimized
though.
than somewhere
You
else.
keep your mustache and your beard much shorter.
I'm gonna say, Fro, that's a you problem.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like this. That's why I don't like hot peanut butter.
This is
But here's the
literally-
thing: you'd like it if you shaved.
This
So
is literally what he's been saying. Deb's like, by the way, you problem.
I like
Bro's
you
like, yeah,
problem.
man, I've already
it's
brought that
great.
up." Oh my god, dude. Off the rails.
we should get back to being a Smite podcast. I think maybe
I mean, probably.
20
That might be
minutes
good.
in, we should be a Smite podcast.
See, the thing about having a Smite podcast is I have a mustache, right?
Fuck.
And sometimes my mustache and beard don't allow me to play Smite.
Mustache.
Well, it's true because like the enemy team will be like, "Hey, we're 3 warriors and you're offering mustache rides, right? Let's go sit on his face." And I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Yeah.
And that happened to me yesterday. That was very unfortunate.
Oh.
Dude, when I'm playing, I'll go ahead and just take the lead here. I was playing an Artemis in Assault, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I was doing great. I was doing good, but I had this, first off, this salty fucking cuckoo on our team who was just one of the people who's like tried doing everything by himself and then flames the team. Like, where are you at? Like, well, we had someone diving us. Well, I was diving their T2 tower, and it's like, well, cool, but we had someone just diving us in front of our T1, so we don't know why you were there. So,
Yep.
not our fault. But anyways, the dude gets mad, right? Because I'm not going in and W keying like the rest of them. Because I'm on Artemis early game, right? And the first thing he said in chat, the very first thing, he's like, team, where the fuck's your anti-heal? I literally had 2 items. Like, I had my Executioner, and I think it was Aussie, and T1 Lightblade, right?
And you're a hunter.
And I'm a hunter.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, we have 2 items. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up, dude. And he starts instantly, like, I became his target for him to start raging at. And at one point, he's like, we need to report this Artemis for inting. They're not helping at all. They're not contributing. At that point in the game, I was 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, I'm the only one on our team not negative. Like, good luck reporting me for inting. I'm the only one not negative. And he's like, well, is this just because you're stealing kill, or you know what? Yeah, he's like, you're being bad and you're not helping out. And I'm like, okay. Like 2 minutes later, the dude starts running his mouth again. I'm like, hey, push the T-screen, bud. You'll see me up there. I'm taking over half the T-screen right now. And I had, most gold and most kills. And at that point, I was, I think I was like, 4-3 or something like that. I'm like, and I'm the only one positive on the team. And then he's like, you're just KSing, you kill secure, you're not helping. Fast forward like 2 more minutes, dude.
The chef moment.
And I am now top damage, top kills, and top gold. And I'm like,
right.
Push T-screen to not see Cuckoo. Dude, he goes off. He's so mad at that point. Because the T-screen is just me and our fucking Cabrakan. And, yeah, dude, I was just having a blast, like, trolling this dude back. Because he was like, Artemis is inting and not helping. I'm like, oh, man, it's real hard to control the T-screen and also int and also not contribute. You don't understand how much skill it takes to do this, guys. And, like, he was just getting fucking mad. So mad. Right, we end up losing. We get to the end of match lobby. Oh, by the way. We ended the match. I was 10-7-13 and still the only motherfucker on my team positive. Yep. The next closest is we had 2 people 6-10. Yeah. So, we get to the end of match lobby, right? And I do my tried and true classic thing. As long as you're faster and the first one to do it, it works. Like 75% of the time, it works 100% of the time, right? You just type in GG, and then real quickly, whatever character they were, this time it was Cuckoo, I put Cuckoo Big Mad, right?
Yeah.
The Cuckoo comes back, and he's like, no, you are. And then, like, I didn't say anything else. And then he said, like,
good argument.
Someone else came in, and he's like, yeah, I'd be mad if I was that bad too. And I'm like, from the enemy team said that. And I'm like, oh, but they said it before he responded. So it's like,
yeah,
it's like, oh,
that's
no.
always the best.
And then the dude, he just starts going off, but like trying not to be salty with his responses. And then you can clearly tell he's trying not to be salty, but like responding to everything because he's so salty. And then the one dude's like, I forget what he said, but he was essentially like, dude, how can you say you're not being so pissed off when you are just clearly just like mad? It was great. And then he kept, well, I'm not mad, you are. It's like, whoa, okay. All right. But those are some good times.
Hell yeah.
Played quite a few games yesterday.
Okay.
Kind of just a blur of Assault, playing with young Bryce, Big Rick, and Trevor, good old War Hates Peace. And yeah, we were just smashing some assaults all night long.
Good old.
Yeah, they were just fun. We won the majority of them. Then
all right.
I end up joining. Let's see, who was it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, J2Faye for a few games yesterday. Before that, actually, I say then, but it was before that, which will be our guest next week. Dude, I had a
We should
very
announce
unfortunate
that.
Hercules game where it's
Oh.
just one of the ones where every pluck I got, they beadsed, right?
Mm.
Just it was just one of them one. Like every pluck I landed, they beadsed. I got CC'd where it's like I just didn't really get my combo off. Like, there was a few times I was able to pull it off on their front line, but whatever.
Yeah.
That was very unfortunate. But more importantly, I had a game after that, which I was playing on tier.
Okay.
I've said it before. I'm not a huge fan of playing tier, right? I don't think he's super fun or anything like that. I don't think he's unfun. I do, however, think I'm a pretty good fucking tier.
Okay.
We end up losing because we just got out tanked like a motherfucker, and Poseidon hurts right now. But Riggs just joined chat. Hi, Riggs. But
Yo.
that threw me off.
What's up?
You better have Audacity
right.
going if you're joining chat.
Yep.
I am, yeah, it's gone.
There we go. We'll clap sync later. Don't worry
Yep.
about it.
So there was just like numerous times I was able to just do the fearless combo on, interrupt. Let's see, they had who the fuck they have.
I don't know.
Oh, they had a shock and Osiris, and I was able to like interrupt them as they were like trying to dive our back line. Like
Yeah.
Osiris would ult in on the squishy, and I would just like immediately just push him back. It's like, nope, you're not diving that guy.
I was gonna say they're both melee gods, so you could have lined up the pluck for Peel with Herc. Herc's. I feel like that's a pretty easy one to land. You can see where your teammate's running. You can see where the enemy has to run.
Yeah, but those are the plucks no one noticed. But this was on tier though.
Oh, tier. Sorry, I was still on Hercules.
Yeah, the last one was Herc. This one was on tier. So
Okay.
I was able to do like, Osiris would ult to like dive us, and I'll just be like, nope, you get the fuck out.
Yeah.
But just we couldn't kill the two backlines, the Ra and the Poseidon, because he had 3 warriors running at us, and warriors do a lot of damage right now.
Oh yeah.
And then last game, I guess I got 2 more. I had a Loki game today, and cooldowns runneth over.
Okay.
Dude, I didn't do much. Like, I literally didn't feel like I did much because the enemy team consisted of a whole bunch of beefcake. We had a Sobek, Fafnir, Maui, Erlong, and a Huyi. But the Huyi went tank. I'm like, okay. I just kind of spammed my 2 and bought, Bluestone, Crusher, and Heartseeker, and just spammed the shit out of my 2. And I end up being top damage. I almost hit 100k. I was at 96k.
Wild.
I mean, I went in and did other stuff too, but like you heard the comp. I didn't go in a hell of a lot. There wasn't too terribly much I could really do.
Right.
But just the simple fact that they had to group up so close together because most of them were melee and all that, and I was just dropping it constantly. I'm like, all right. Yeah, I ended up going 19 and 10. I mean, I was doing some damage, but a lot of it was just. Well, here's the thing. Like, I want to say I was KSing, right? But I did a shit ton of damage with my 2, and I would just like they'd leave and I'd chase them down, and they'd go to back out, and it's like, nope, Loki ult, like you're not getting out.
Well, yeah, you're kill securing, KSing.
Yeah,
easy.
But it's one of the ones where like I felt like I was KSing, but it's like, well, I mean, realistically, I did a shit ton of damage to everybody. It's just it was a bunch of tick damage constantly throughout the whole.
Yeah, Loki 2 is such a fucking menace.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, it doesn't do a bunch of damage itself, but
It's
because
the
it
item
was,
effects.
it was proccing my Crusher, my Heartseeker, and the Bluestone constantly. Where like it was whittling, right?
You should have considered what is it? Hidden Blade. Just stay out of combat for 5 seconds, and then it gets the big hit. Mannequin's
What
Hidden
was
Blade. But it would have been instead of Bluestone, and Bluestone probably does more damage consistently than that does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bluestone's on everybody it hits, right?
Yeah. Hidden Blade's just on I think like the highest health
But
target.
yeah, that was fun. That was fun. And lastly, I had a Rama game, an MOTD.
Oh.
When we loaded in this game, it was right before recording. This was literally the game right before recording. I was like, oh, well, shit. This kind of sucks.
Mhm.
I got a worthless god. And I'm like, never mind. Hunters are never worthless in this game mode. I just would have preferred someone else. I fucking went 22 and 8 with 13 assists. Dude, I was stomping motherfuckers. Like, aggressive dash rolling at people. Like this, they had a cocky ass Discordia that would like, she was doing Discordia things, trying to use her iframes constantly. But I would literally like just dash her and like cripple her, and she'd see her like go turn around and like go to dash away.
She'd
but
try to
she
dash.
couldn't, and now
dash.
just 2 autos pop, and she dies. And it's like, oof. By the way, that's so not fun right now on Hunters, being able to kill you in 2 autos.
Yeah.
Like, ow. But I got a pencil.
It's unfun to play against, and I don't know, it's okay but it's not like rewarding. It's like, oh, I hit 2 autos.
Yeah. But yeah, those were my games that were notable to talk about. Oh, I did have a Kumbhakarna where I went full movement speed.
Always a blast.
Yeah, I didn't do very well. I mean, we lost, but not by much. And I went 5 and 5, so it's like but I did have 25 assists. So I mean, that's really what I got to be looking at, right? Anyways, let's see here. Blaze, how are your games?
Well, you see, it's been a time. Wasn't here last week, obviously because of power, and didn't get to play a lot of this week because one of the nights I was supposed to play, I didn't have internet, and the other night I fell asleep. But I do have games.
If you don't have internet, you don't have power.
That's true. It's true. According to Logan's thesis, that is the case. I do have to mention Loki 2, dumb. What's dumber? Getting Loki 2 absolutely blinded and the Loki thinking they're going to get away, and then you Nox ult them and snipe them even though you can't see them, and they die because then they're a salty Loki, and that's the better Loki to have and play against is the salty Loki
instead of the Loki that's actually good. And
you get a Loki salty dude, and they start making dumb decisions.
Yeah, they decide that like they can do anything for some reason, and it just goes downhill for them. Been playing a good bit of Nox just to finish out the Diamond Challenge. Sniping people with the ultimate is just silly because they think they're out, and then you just hit them for half their health, and they're gone. I had one person yesterday, shouts to the Scylla, that thought they got away, and I ulted them, and they walked into their fountain, but like they right as they're about to cross the line, the last tick of damage comes through, and they die like as they walk into their fountain. Some unhappy customers in my Nox games.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been up to shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans. First of all, I've been playing Heimdall in carry, and I think it's an underrated pick. Heimdall is actually kind of good right now. You get free wards, bro. Like you just put up your crystals, and then when jungle comes, you're not there. You crystal away. You rock away. You do whatever you need to, and they can't do anything to you. Like you just walk away. It's really, really nice. I've been making some sick crystal plays. Like even when like they make a rotation, I get a kill and the crystal out, and it's been a fun time. I got away with like 17 health that game. I crystalled out, and then I walked around, and a Cabrakan was looking for me, and I was like, he's not going to see me here, and I backed. Didn't get me. Been playing him a good bit, having a good time. Shout out to the Charybdis animation bug I got locked into, where I was stuck in her, like in the maw from the ultimate was my character model. So I didn't have the arm out. It just was like
Oh.
my character was now the Maw.
I feel like
and
that's a better character model.
It is when you can see what abilities you're using, because you lose the vision of like everything.
Every ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had that happen. It was really funny. It actually saved a Hachiman like twice because of it.
Oh.
Because what came with it when I got animation locked was like a weird lag only in Smite. It wasn't in my ping. It wasn't in Discord. Wasn't on the stream. It was just some weird lag spike with the animation lock that was happening. It saved the Hachiman twice and almost got him a kill one time, which I was gonna be upset about if that happened, but I did not have to be upset. He's spaghetti. I bodied that man the whole entire game. I'll stick with it. Hachiman's still not good, and that's sad. Other than that, Poseidon ADC slaps. I'm not being told otherwise. I've played it like 5 or 6 times the past couple weeks,
Yeah.
and it just feels good. Especially where like Mercury's in the meta, and you're like, oh, you want to walk up? Cool. Walk through my whirlpool.
Yep.
It just felt really good as far as like for comp. I see a lot of the mage ADCs banned away, and I was like, yo, what can I play that's not a mage ADC? Poseidon. He's like a mage ADC, but better.
Mm-hmm.
You get cripple, you get some movement speed, so you have
You
the
get a knockback.
zoomies. You got a knockback. Your ult's a knock up and just does tons of damage.
And if
Really
you're playing
easy to
it
hit.
as an ADC, then you're always going to be full on your passive.
Yeah. I've been messing around with a few different builds, but I go Sands of Time. And
Okay.
then I was doing Book of Toth generally into Telekines and then Cyclopean Ring.
Yeah.
And after that, I kind of toy around with what I need. Like, do I have to pick up a Divine because my team doesn't have one? I try to end with Rada Tahuti, and it
Okay.
just goes ham. I mean, I usually in the couple games I played at it, like I've been diffing the damage on my team by like 20k.
Have you
It's nice.
considered Nimble Bancrofts?
I have. I don't know if I've tried it. I'm not a big Nimble Bancrofts player.
Okay.
Every time I build it, I just don't feel like it feels good. And I know people like it, but when I build it, it just doesn't feel good to play with for some reason. I don't know why.
Huh.
I look
Okay.
at it and I'm like, everything is good about this item.
Yeah.
I buy it and I'm like, I don't feel like it's doing anything. So I don't know if it's just the instances where I've bought it and that's just the kind of case that's happened.
Right.
But it has to be good. It has to be. I think you do that with 2 rings, get a Karen's coin and a Rod Tahuti, you're probably slapping.
Yeah.
Or you can go Typhons. Typhons is really good too. Other than that, played some Apollo. Apollo's still good. But my game of the week is something that I have to recommend to anybody that wants to go into the duo lane. And it is playing Morgan and Morgan for the people.
Morgan for the people.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen those law firms where they have that commercial. It's Morgan and Morgan for the people. So you play Morgan, the Morgan ADC, with Morgan Le Fay support.
Oh.
Yeah. And now you're Morgan and
Okay.
Morgan. And you just run it down.
I was going to say, here's the thing. Morgan Le Fay, knock up, and then an alternating fear or slow field, or throwing up the clone copy if you get that. So
yeah, we played it. We ran that game, and we were against a couple not so happy players, to say, because
I'm sure
there was a GM and a Masters player on the enemy team, and they wanted to run it down, and they were not allowed to. We made sure of that. My personal favorite is the Jing Wei. They decided they wanted to box me since I was playing the Morgan, and Suavage was playing Morgan Le Fay. And I'm like, oh, you want to box me? That's cool. I'm going to ult into Fenrir. And I just killed her as Fenrir. Like, thanks. Oh, you have a Nuwa? That's really cool. You have a couple low health targets. Let me just go ahead and take care of that. Ult into Nuwa. They die. I'm like, yeah, that feels pretty good. Like, that just kind of works. They also had a Horus and a Sylvanas So I feel like I had some pretty good targets I could have transferred into. I
Yeah.
mostly just changed into Fenrir in Nuwa though because I felt like they were the best. Like they just felt the best.
Right.
So other than that, that was pretty much my games of the week. I did cast some games. I do need to give a shout out for an insane play that I saw in one of them. It was Asgard Okami's set. Their solo laner Diego had one of the most crazy solo lane plays I think I've ever seen while casting. He was playing Vamana, and he knew their team had just lost a fight at Fire. So he sees the enemy team's taking fire, but he knows they have a mid wave pushed up. And he gets the mid Phoenix. He gets another Phoenix, and he pushes Titan down a little bit before they can get like their backs off.
Mm-hmm.
And that literally made it to where they could win the game super easily because he did so much damage across the board on this Vamana while he gave up fire. And it was just crazy to see. Like you don't see solos often get a chance to go and like be like, all right, guys, well, I'm gonna go push 2 Phoenixes. I'm also gonna put some damage on the Titan, and we're gonna give up enhanced fire, but it's gonna be okay. Like that,
Right.
that doesn't happen too often. It was super sick. I was kind of harsh on the Vamana pick when I saw it. I was like, I like to see good Vamanas get played in comp because they don't exist. And this man was nuts with it. He went mitigation build, and he would just
Ooh.
run into 5 people. He was like, "You'll fight me," and and then he would walk out. And I was like, "Yo, dude."
That's wild.
I was like, "If that's me, I'm dead every single time." But this guy, he's like, "Oh, there's 3 of you. Hey, what's up, guys?" And he comes over, he like slaps him a little bit, and he's like, "All right, see you later." Just runs away.
Yeah.
It was pretty sick. But that's my games of the week.
Heck yeah.
Riggs, do we want to get you in here?
Yo,
Time
I didn't
change
know
got
if,
you, dude.
yeah, I didn't know if that part earlier was gonna be in, so I hadn't said anything yet. But I am here. It's been a little bit of a hiatus.
We might have to adjust our record time so that way
Oh, I just I was
it's
looking
not
at
a
my
3 hour
phone.
diff.
I was looking at my phone and I forgot that it was 3 hours. And I was like getting ready. I was like eating breakfast and stuff. And I came over and I was like, oh yeah, it was just starting about 15 minutes or so. I look at the Discord and you guys are already in here. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Time
Yeah,
change dumb.
Yeah, time change dumb.
yeah. It's been a little bit. Had a lot of stuff going on, and but I'm back. And I don't really have a ton of Smite games per se, but I have some funny stories. I guess like
We'll
one
hear
funny
those.
story.
We'll hear
Yeah,
those.
we're down, dude.
I mean, I have 2 pentas in Smite. If you want to get to that first,
Okay.
or funny story.
Oh, you know what? We did like we bullshitted for the first 20 minutes. So get your
Yeah.
funny story out there. Get your funny story out
Okay.
there, and then we'll do Smite.
So a couple weeks ago, I, it's tax season, right? Get my little tax return. I'm like, you know what? They've got PS5s in stock. It's been a while. Been holding out. Yeah. I'm gonna go get a PS5, right?
Okay.
So I'm looking at where they've got them available. Like I just gonna buy it online, just go to the store and pick it up. So I was looking, like Best Buy, GameStop, all that kind of stuff. GameStop ended up having the best deal for it. I'm not a big fan of GameStop, but like, I'll save a few bucks and I'll go to GameStop. It's right down the street. So put the order in, and they were like, cool, we'll send you an email when your order is ready to pick up. And I was like, cool, So I'm waiting. Didn't get an email the entire day, right?
Mhm.
So then I saw they close at like 8 or whatever, so I head over there like around 7 and talk to the lady that's working there, and she's like, I was like, yo, I got an order I'm supposed to pick up, like never got a thing saying come in. I know you guys closed soon. I was wondering if it was ready. And I give her the order confirmation, and she starts panicking, right? She goes, oh no, oh my god, I'm so stupid, oh no. And I was like, what? And she goes, I gave your order to someone else earlier. And I was like, what? And
What? Just oh my god, no.
so I guess the PlayStation boxes, they come in like the console box, but I guess that box is in a different box. It's in like just a regular gray like cardboard box that just got like a PlayStation thing on it.
Oh no.
and somebody else earlier in the day ordered a PS4. Their order was right next to my order in the back, I guess. That lady came over, grabbed my PS5, gave it to that guy, ringed out that transaction. That's why I didn't get an order or email saying my order was done, because my order was already done basically in their system.
Right.
So then, yeah, so whoever you are, random person, I doubt you listen to this, but you're welcome for that PS5, buddy. And then yeah, so I ended up getting a PS5. They had another one in stock that she gave me, and then she gave me a controller for like half off. So
I mean,
and she
not
probably got
bad.
fired
Half off
'cause she
controller.
was freaking out.
Yeah, I used to work in game stores, and like I never had that happen, but I had like a piece of paperwork. I didn't initial one line, and that's a reason they were trying to get rid of me. They're like,
Oh
you
yeah,
didn't
well,
initial
and then
this
like
one line. I'm like, I could initial it tomorrow, bro. Like it's
it was like a
Right.
series of events too. Like I guess she gave the guy like the store copy of the receipt in the when the order, so like she couldn't
Oh my
track
God.
something, and then it
like
was like
everything went wrong.
it was everything that could have gone wrong went wrong with it.
Wow.
So like. So she was panicking, and I was like, "Hope everything works out." Like as I'm walking out with my PS5.
Rich is like, let's go, and she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that sucks, dude. For
That's
her, I mean,
tough.
it also sucks for you that you had to like possibly not get it because of that
Possibly
at
not
first.
good. Right. The
Yeah,
anxiety,
if
the
they
instant
didn't,
anxiety, I'm sure, when said, "Oh, I gave away your PlayStation," it's like,
yeah. I mean, like I
oh,
knew I would have gotten it eventually, but I just didn't.
yeah.
I was like, hopefully they have one today in stock because like I don't want to wait.
Right.
I was like excited all day. I was like waiting for the
Yeah.
email to get it, and then I'm like it never came in. But
What game you get,
so
man?
yeah.
What'd you get with it?
I got the God of War edition, but I haven't played God of War 1 yet, or like I know that there's like the
Yeah,
reboot of the series, so
You
it's
have
not
not played
technically
the
one,
Norris
but
one. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm not playing that yet, but I played through Spider-Man. I'm playing through Spider-Man Miles Morales right now.
Okay.
Got some
Spider-Man,
stuff in
man.
the chamber. Yeah, big Spider-Man fan, so obviously, gotta do that first. But yeah, and then what else? Oh yeah, Super Bowl stuff happened too. That's pretty sick. In Arizona. And then the next weekend after the Super Bowl, I had like a work convention that I had to go to work the booth at, and
Okay.
it was in the stadium. And so I was just like while I had downtime, I was like, you know what, Patrick Mahomes is probably standing right there when he threw a touchdown. And I was like, walk over to it.
Yeah.
So you could say that I stood where Patrick Mahomes has stood in the Cardinal Stadium. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I haven't been here for like a long time, so I'm sure I've got a lot of Smite in the chamber. I couldn't tell you any of it really. If I played Smite, it was like a couple games here or there. However,
Mm-hmm.
I do have I have like 4 games
All right.
that
Let's
I
hear
think
it.
are worth it. So I did see. I haven't keeping up with you guys. I did see not too long ago Blaze's ranked conquest penta, and then I saw the TikTok of it as well. I have had many pentas in my career. Not trying to brag, but never was able to get the elusive conquest penta.
They're so
Ugh.
hard, dude. They're
They're
so
tough.
hard to
They
get.
are everything's got to fall in line perfectly.
Other team has to not
And
surrender.
Yep.
yeah, and
Team that
I
doesn't
am here to
surrender.
say that not only have I gotten 1 conquest penta in the past couple weeks, I've gotten 2.
Let's
And
go.
one of
Oh
them,
shit.
my first ever one, was in ranked.
Okay.
So I was playing Erlang jungle, right? Cringe.
Is
Listen,
it
it's hard to
good?
get.
I mean, I guess you got a penta, so I mean,
It's never. I think it's
it's
never
not an
bad.
easy one though.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's ever bad. Like,
It's just you got to do what you got to do to get your MMR, right? I'm not gonna hate. He might be spamming jungle and playing some cringe picks in jungle, but you got to get out of gold somehow. So that was one of them. I don't remember exactly how it happened. I just remember blowing up their mage, and then kind of just the team fight snowballed from there, and I just happened to get a couple of last hits, I think. And then recently was playing. This one was a casual, but I was playing Thanatos jungle, and it was like the perfect. It was like the dream sequence for a Thanatos, right? Did not miss a single ability. Executed
Oh.
2 people with 1 execute.
Oh,
Just like it was perfect. Like they were sieging us. Like we were losing the game. They were sieging us. Their solo laner was like tanking the tower, the T2, and he like
Mhm.
pushed up too far because he tanked too many tower shots. I just scythed him from downtown, hit him, instantly killed him.
nice.
Then they start running away. One of their hunters is low, so then I go
you
around the
you
corner.
turn on the NOS. You hit the NOS.
Turn on the
switch.
jets, dude. Turn on the jets, go around the corner, go up into my ult. My team starts pushing at that point. They get their support low too. Their support and their ADC are standing next to each other. I double dunk them,
Oh,
get
fools.
the execute. Then I kill their jungler, and then I'm just chasing down their mage at that point, and it was over.
Oh.
And it's pretty sick. It was like a dream sequence, dude. I know, Dev, you're probably like creaming yourself right now. You're like, oh
Dude,
god, the Thanatos.
the majority of my pentas have come from Thanatos, and I think the way his kit works, it's made for it.
When things go smoothly,
yeah.
he's one of the like most fun characters.
Absolutely.
All the auto cancels were hitting, every ability
Mhm.
was hitting, the double execute it was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Dude, I chased the
so that
Conquest
happened.
Penta forever. Like
Yeah.
I kept getting like I had rank games where I'd have the quad and I had a Kukulane take one and then spam laugh me. Like he took it on purpose and spam laugh me afterwards. Or I've had like teams where I have the quad, I'm getting ready to get the Penta and they F6, and it's like, bro,
Oh.
like come on. Like I'm literally it's one auto. Just let me have it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's just so elusive because it's like not only dependent on your team, it's also like the enemy team not being cowards.
Yeah.
And so many
Yeah.
other factors. My first Conquest Pinto was in comp. And it was on Donzaburo, and that felt good. I hit like a nasty taunt, and then I chased him with the rocket. Oh, dude. Like they
Oh.
thought they were out. No, you don't get away. It has that Thanatos
Okay.
feel to it because you get the chase down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and the
there's
rocket.
certain gods I
Yeah.
would say that just have like a flow to it. Like when
Yeah.
things start going, and it's like Set is kind of like that to me too.
He
Where
is.
it's like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like if you get like the perfect Set moment, and it just feels so satisfying.
Yeah. The
Kali.
stars align. Ho Yi.
I think
Yeah,
Kali's
Kali's
like
another
that
good
too.
one.
You
You hit the
leap in,
triple
you do
bounce.
the 1, the 2, right, the 3, you start
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
chopping away, you pull off the ult, you chase, you get a kill, you reset. But by the time your fucking
Yeah, you
ult
get low, all of a
finishes,
sudden you're full health.
your abilities are reset again. So now you leap on someone
Mhm.
else, and then you 3 and 2 them and start chomping on them, and you get another reset, and then the team's dead, and you're like, ha ha ha, we get T2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick. I don't know. There's just something about it in Conquest. It feels different.
Yeah.
It does. I was a little giddy after I got the early one. I started freaking out a little bit.
I've been playing some
Um,
Conquest lately. It's been great. The only problem I've had with it is I keep getting put in carry lane, and I want to play some jungle.
Oh.
Yeah,
And-
good luck, dude. Jungle is so contested right now.
My problem
Well,
is
yeah,
my
here I
games
am
are
though, like still
40
wanting
plus
to play
minutes.
it though. I want to play it last season when no one wanted it, and I'm like, can I,
Yeah, my problem is how long the
Um,
games are going. I don't know if anybody else having that problem. My games are
Oh.
like 40 plus minutes all the time, and I hate it.
Oh
like,
boy, do
sure.
I have one like that.
We had one.
I was gonna
We
say-
saw that we could get to an hour. Riggs chat was like, surely you guys can defend and get to an hour. And I'm like, I'd rather not. I'd rather lose
Yeah.
now or turn this around. And I think we made it to 57 minutes,
And you guys lost, right? I think I was. in
and we
your stream
lost.
for that. I was
Yeah, we
watching.
lost. It felt great. It really made me want to play more Smite afterward.
I was gonna save that game for last, but I'll get to it now since you brought up the long game. So I put it in with no context. I just put it into our recording chat thing. Just a
Yeah, I saw
screenshot of a
that. We were
game.
wondering what it was about.
Just a screenshot of a game. That's easily the most damage I've ever done in a Conquest game in my life. It was
How long was this game?
147,000 damage.
Oh, it's almost 148. We can round that up.
It was more than my entire team combined.
Yes.
Yeah,
By a decent amount too.
Yeah.
It was a 53-minute game, and it did not go great. All right, I went 26-5. The rest of my team did not necessarily hold their own. I'll just leave it
No.
at that.
what do you mean? You only went 26-5. What you mean they didn't play well?
So it essentially was like It's kind of like a game of chess almost, in the sense of like I was the like my I was controlling my chips, or like my pieces, and then they had an enemy Zhong Kui that was also doing the same thing for his team, because they had some stinkers on their team, and the Zhong Kui was kind of farming. So it was like me and him in the back line, kind of like sending our troops out, seeing what would happen, and we were just like farming damage from the back, and then it would just like the fights would usually stalemate, nothing would
Oh.
happen. We'd all like reset, and then the same thing. Like my Zeus is diving in there, he's going 3 and 14. Their Collie's doing the same thing, he's dying, going. It was just a shit show the entire time.
Jeez.
Super long game. I was critting my little butt off. Dealing with the chalk with the mitigation build was interesting. But yeah, ended up losing, as you know. Duh, why not? Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know. I was just astonished at how much damage I did. I was like constantly fighting the entire game as Jingwei, which is a little bit weird, but like you don't typically do that. But it was I was just getting in there because we started the game off so well too. Like, and at least in duo lane, like we were just killing them over and over again. And then it was one of those instances where like Blaze, you're probably familiar, because I'm familiar with it in solo, where you look at the rest of your map, like you're doing really well in your lane, you look at the rest of the map and it's like chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what happened.
I feel that so often. Comp's been that way lately. It's like I'm good because I've changed my playstyle for specifically for comp, and then I look at the rest of the map. I'm like, guys, what is happening? Like, what happened over there? Are your mentals okay? Because I'm doing great. Like I have more gold than everybody. I'm the highest level. Sometimes I get to split push, but yeah, no, it does feel that way sometimes where you're in the what I call carry the new solo lane, because like literally after like 8 minutes, like you're solo now.
Yeah.
So there's 2 solo lanes and then everybody else. And that definitely feels that way, because sometimes you'll just get a lead and you're like, okay, I'm gonna rotate over, and they're like, but you're the carry, and you're like, yeah, that's fine. And then you get some more kills and you're like, oh, that was kind of cool, and then you just go back to what you were doing, and hope it pans out to let your team win. I still think carry is like in a very odd spot right now, even after this week's bonus balance. But 10.3 is our map change, so I'm kind of curious to see what happens with that in the buffs and nerfs that come with it.
Yeah. I'd also like to, maybe throw a suggestion out there. I loved my Zeus on the team. He did not care. He was getting in there. However, I think at 53 minutes, it's probably a good idea to pick up a second relic and not keep your wing shard.
Yeah.
Especially into an Athena where you don't have beads because you have Aegis wing shard.
Especially when the game keeps telling you, "Hey, upgrade this shit."
Yeah, we had.
You would think at a certain point you would.
That's so annoying. Alone, I
out of
walk out of ice, I
annoyance,
turn right back, and
we had an Achilles the other day, and we're like, "Yo, bro, can you buy your second relic? Because you're just getting obliterated when you go in by yourself, and maybe that would help." And he's like, "But my cooldown shard." I'm like, "Okay, if you want to keep your cooldown shard, here's a crazy thing: you can go buy cooldown med, and it heals you and gives you mana. It's what you have, but better.
Right.
Simply just better." It beyond frustrating, dude. I'm mind boogled by.
I mean, it would not have changed the outcome of this game.
No, but it's like why? If there's something you really like about that shard, there's a relic that does it. You know what I mean? Like it's except for Vision Shard, there's not a relic that does that. Well, I guess Bracer, but I don't know if you want to waste the spot on Bracer unless you're a support.
I kind of forgot that existed still.
Yeah.
It does.
Now that we have Chesters.
It is good. It do be good.
So yeah, that was my game. 53 minute. I challenged the challengers to do a more than 140. Basically, it's basically 148.
You can't be doing that right now.
Yeah, calm down.
You're moving on to the next.
My bad. Listen, maybe
not be challenging anything quite yet. Hold on.
Yeah, he didn't read.
Mr. Late to the show didn't read the show notes.
Right.
Yeah, and then I've been whenever I did play, I was playing like duo lane mostly, playing support. I did a fun build where I played Sylvanas, right? And
Mhm.
you'll catch on to the theme as I go along with it. So Sylvanas gives protections with his wisps, right?
Yep.
He
Uh,
does.
went Sentinel's Embrace, right? Giving my team prots, splitting them
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Go Prophetic Cloak, right? Evolve that shit. I'm giving my allies prots and an aura. Go Gauntlet of Thebes next. Giving my allies another prot aura.
Yep.
Go Lotus Sickle. So anytime I'm healing them, I'm basically doubling their protections from the heal that I get. Then went Heartward Amulet. So I'm giving
Okay.
them more magical prots. Then I went Sov, more physical prots and an aura. So anytime I pressed 2 near my team, we didn't take any damage.
Yeah.
Who are you on?
And we sieged Sylvanas
Yeah, I love that
support.
about him.
We sieged the Phoenix at 14 minutes.
Oh my god.
That's
That's not
Because
okay.
we just grouped up. I had an Apollo solo, so I was the only front line, but he rotated super early, so like he just ulted across the map, and we pushed dual lane all the way to Phoenix at like 14 minutes.
That's actually that's
And
wild.
yeah.
because I would just press 2, I would tank like 6 shots, I would walk out, someone else would tank a couple of shots because they had a bunch of prots because I was giving them a shit ton. So then they would back out, and then my Anubis, I had an Anubis mid, and he told me at one point in the game he had like 300 prots. When I pressed
Ooh.
2, I was near him, and like everything that I was giving them, it was like close to 300 prots because he also built the Spirit Robe. So
Okay.
it
The
was-
Spirit Robe's not like
it
that
was
much,
pretty
so
stupid.
you were still giving 200 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah. Wisps
we were just-
give 30 prots.
Lotus
And then
Crowns
add
15, and then it's like
15 of each. Yeah.
45 from Heartward Salve combo.
It was a lot.
He's got base props.
It was a stupid amount. So, and I'm sure that build will probably work in like non-quest too. And I feel like it'd be pretty easy to
Oh,
get
for
stacks
sure.
on prophetic. And
Yeah.
so if you ever play in like a supporty style, right, you get thrusted into it, or whether you like it or you want to like you purposely chose it or you get thrusted into it, just you can never go wrong just building auras.
Yeah, that's one thing I've always
Yeah.
like. People who don't like playing support and you get put in support, and then they like try to do some weird shit or like go damage people or whatever and just like fuck it up and don't do a good job. Like, just pick a hyper aggressive support, right? And get yourself the auras. That's all you gotta do. Like, seriously, oh, you're in support. Pick fucking Athena, build fucking 5 fucking auras, sit back, you dash taunt, someone will follow up on you, you get a kill. Like,
Yeah, Athena's good right now. In multiple roles, by the way. Just throwing it out there.
no, I just picked her as
Yes,
a random
sir.
example of someone who's like, will sit back so the auras are useful until it's time to go in, and even then it is still useful because you know, like,
Yep.
you got your warrior and your assassin, right?
I do have a PSA.
Okay.
Divine Rune's good. Mages build it, please, for the love of
Yeah.
God.
Holy shit,
I'm-
are you really having to tell people that still?
Yes. I'm saying it now because here's the deal. As a caster, if you buy tablet and you contact me to cast your game, I'm going to keep track of them tablet stacks. And when it's 30 minutes in the game and you only have 15 tablet stacks and it's the first item you bought, I'm going to bring it up. And then I'm going to look at the rest of your build. And when I don't see a Divine Ruin against Yamoja, Guan Yu, whatever, Thanatos, pick your gods, okay? Just buy Divine. For the love of everything, dude. It's good. It is a good item. It has an Odibo passive that does dumb damage every 20 seconds. Like, I don't know if y'all have been hit by that electric bolt, but I promise you I have, and it does not feel good as a carry. So
It took me a
please
while to
build
realize what it
Divine.
was, because it's just like I keep getting hit with purple oboe, and I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah,
Like, it's
purple oboe
happened.
go burn,
I've
dude.
played a bunch with it, and it literally took Stoffmeister, because just coming back and asking me, he's like, is there a magical oboe? I just got hit with purple lightning, and I went, no. Wait, actually, hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Divine, dude, and it does damage. It hits hard. Just throwing it out there. Build Divine. It's my TED
I'm
Talk.
still not used to
you heard it
dying
here
to
first.
Divine. It's happened a couple times. I'm not used to it. When you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck did I die from?
Divine ruin.
Right.
I'm still not used to it with Gebel.
Oh my god.
You see a Gebel kill someone, I'm like, wait,
that's
what?
true. That's like
Yeah.
the people that stop for X-Ball ult still because they're just used to X-Ball's ult stunning at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
been a solid while since that's been in the game.
And
I don't know
but I
what it
still
is
see that
about
happen from
Gebalt
time to
though.
time.
Gebalt looks satisfying to watch someone get killed by because he just goes
It
up.
does.
Well, maybe it's because I also play a lot of the Optimus Prime skin, right? And it's just got
Oh.
the base drop when you do the ult, so it's just like, bro, and then fucking someone disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jungle Geb, dude. I don't know. Might be good.
Solo Geb, bro.
Solo Geb, definitely.
Gamage Deb.
Gamage Deb, I played a lot of last season and running it down at carries as the support. And with Mannequin's Mace, they're like, oh, surely I win this fight. And then they realize what's happening and it's too late.
Yeah, it's
And
too
then
late
they-
when the
and then they
base
tilt me
drops.
the game.
You're already dead.
Yeah,
Right.
you've already lost the battle.
When you
do
see
we wanna go ahead and
Optimus
talk about
Prime already trucking towards you,
roll out. You're like, wait a minute. I
Right.
don't like this. It's only him. No,
It's
no
only
one
him,
else is.
yeah.
No one else is around. That's when you know you're in for a good time. When Optimus Prime's rolling out by himself, you know you're in for the fight of your life.
Oh, for sure.
But do we want to talk about the challenging challenger challenge?
Right after my games, we do.
Oh, yeah, that's
And
right.
by
Jeff, you
games-
still have games, bro.
By games, I mean singular game. I played Marty, everybody.
That
I
got
played
good.
Marty. He's good. Gets real quick in his grass.
Schmovin.
The ult's pretty wild. You're an Apache helicopter for sure. I want like a helicopter skin for Marty.
Yeah, I didn't realize I wanted that until you said it.
Oh
and
my
now-
God. oh
I
my
want
god,
Right?
the crossover from another Transformer skin. Who's the helicopter dude?
I
don't know off the top of my
wasn't
head,
it
but yeah.
Starscream?
No, that's the
That's the jet.
fighter jet.
Oh. Somebody's a
I'm looking it
helicopter
up 'cause I
though.
don't remember right now.
Okay.
I think it's Nev's
Well-
edit, so it's not going to happen. It's going to be Crab Ray for the outro. But
Yeah.
it'd be dope if someone were to do the what is it? The Transformers Devastation Starscream outro or Starscream theme for the outro because
That's already too much. That's already too much.
It's blackout, by the way.
Blackout.
Yeah,
Mm.
I just saw it too. It's blackout.
They could add that to a chest. I'd buy it. I'd throw gems at that. I would
They
I'd
do
get
buy
it.
that here and there, right? Like they'll add like just like one new skin to like the old crossovers and stuff.
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
what
they add
bothers
some
me
in.
Is
What?
they gave us that black and white Raphael skin,
Yeah.
and
they
there's no
didn't
other
do any
black and
others.
whites. And that
There's
game,
no
and that
other-
skin is absolutely sick.
Yeah. Great skin.
And it's just a recolor.
It's
Great
kind of
idea.
weird
Yeah,
how
it's a
though
re-
like they
yeah.
have their occasional like single running it back ones. Like
Yeah.
the what is it? The Bacchus Iroh.
Iroh, yeah. Because everyone
Which
wanted is
still
Iroh.
bugged.
Or the what is it? The Rat Momo? Did they ever do that? Did that come in the game? Does that
No.
exist?
Did it? I missed it.
I
then.
never see anybody play
Yeah,
it.
it's in there. Same thing
Yeah,
with
never-
the Zula one too. The Zula was after the fact.
The Zula
Yeah.
one is sick, by the way. That skin is really good.
I'm still pissed off about fucking Pele. Right? We
Mhm.
needed
What is it?
Pele to be Katara. All we need.
Yeah.
Like it's a simple transition. Like you can turn every
Hear
single
me
one of the
out.
fire thing into an ice thing.
Hear me out. Tough, but it's the Ember Island players one for Geb. Just because of the character model size.
I would have rather have had
Or the
Katara
boulder.
Umoja.
Katara beam Yamoja, yeah. Yeah, that would make more sense.
No, it doesn't though. Because it's just water abilities.
Yeah. That's the sole reason.
Yeah, but also Katara is like more of like a healer, like she's not like an aggressive character like Pele is, I feel like.
You've
Look,
seen the
Pele
fucking
has a
show?
lot of
Hold
sense
up here.
there.
I'm so
Why
confused
is-
by that.
Yeah.
why is Bumblebee not?
Azula is so
a
aggressive
skin?
the entire time when Katara like heals people.
Who would
and shit until the
Bumblebee
end.
Mercury?
Dude, I don't care who they put Bumblebee as. I'd buy that skin.
Yeah. Well, no. Bumblebee's I think he's somebody
He's only
else.
from the movie.
Yeah.
He's only from the movie. He does not exist in the other ones. It's Hot Shot. Hot Shot
Okay,
is the
give me
yellow
a hot
car.
shot. Call it a day. Either way, man. Give
Yeah,
me,
but
give
Shia
me.
LaBeouf wanted a yellow Camaro, so
Just
they invented
do it.
Bumblebee.
Right.
Sorry.
Actually, I think it's a Ford, right? Because he was a Mustang. Was like, here's money.
No, it's a Camaro.
Yeah.
Okay, well then Chevy was like, here's money.
Hmm.
Money
Because
go
then
broke.
everybody that
It's
got a
product
Camaro after
placement.
that, like everybody that got a yellow Camaro after that has a stupid fucking Transformer logo all over it.
Right.
True.
But so I played Marty. Marty was pretty fly. My team was on point. We won. It was disgusting. A Jingwei tried to box me. It never turned out right for her because my team was always like right there. And it was arena, so there was no respecting 1v1s. But yeah. A great
is
time
really
was had
good.
by me.
His passive is insane, by the
Still
way.
getting used to it. I'm sure I did not play him optimally. Went positive though. 4-3.
I was gonna say, did you go positive? Then you played him optimally. Like that god's just insane. His passive is on borderline. I think his passive's almost broken.
Yeah. No, my team had 4 of the top 5 damage slots in the game. 3 of us had 27,000, like 5 to 900. Like 3 of us were in that range. Our top damage was 33,000, and the top damage on the enemy team was 29. So
That's pretty good.
yeah, my team had a great time. The enemy team did not. Pretty crazy when you solo queue in and like people actually do things that they're supposed to.
That
But-
feels good.
Let's go out to challenge the challengers. Let's
All
do this. Let's give the challengers a challenging challenge.
Yeah, and if you guys can think of a better name, let us know. But that's where we're at right now because alliteration's fun.
And we're just
And
like Kabraken's challenging challenger challenge. That's where we're at right now.
Please stop my co-host from doing this. Please give us a better idea.
But the idea is, if for those that participated in like Uber Casual Smite, when we ran those, we're gonna kind of do some things that's in
Using the
place
word
of
we
community corner
rather
from time to
liberally
time.
there.
Yep.
I did. Sorry, I'll say it myself. But whatever. You know what I mean. Anyways, my brain just stopped. That's okay. Something that's different from the Diamond Challenge, so you're not locked to just playing a specific god all the time. You also are not having to, write us a paragraph on what you think for a question. We're gonna do challenging the challengers, which this first one is going to be doing top damage. We're not going to get to Riggs levels, okay? We're not going to get to 147,956. But whoever can get the highest damage.
And here's what I will say is I'm gonna say no MOTD.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Think
You know,
that's
you gotta
bullshit.
take a yeah. Do you?
You have to be able to see it in your like history. I feel like for it to count.
Yeah.
You want me to load up my guru or my tome for Smite?
in game Smite history.
In-game Smite history or Smite Guru screenshots only.
We're not going to lock you into a game mode. We're just going to lock you out of some.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, for instance, like Omnipotence, right? Like, you have such cooldowns. It's so easy to stack damage there.
Right.
But go have fun. Get the highest damage. Submit your screenshots. We'll figure out where to put them. I think we're putting them in community corner for right now. Or is that going to be too much? Should we put a channel below that?
We'll put
don't
them in
need
the
another
community
channel,
corner
yeah.
because we're going to be reading the community corner right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it a surprise to anyone that we introduced this new challenging thing and I just right off the bat have the top one? It's crazy.
Well,
They still just can't beat me no matter what it is.
to be fair, we brought up this idea and then we're like, well, let's go with highest damage because Rig posted that screenshot. So, like,
Yeah.
you made an impact without even knowing.
That also doesn't
Hell
count
yeah.
because
I mean,
that wasn't
it's-
for this month.
Hey,
Ah, wrecked.
All right, I'll just do
it's
it again.
pre-challenge.
No
Hey,
worries, no
God.
worries, I'll just do it again.
Riggs like,
Yeah.
by the way, guys, got 200,000 damage in a conquest.
Yeah.
game. Win an hour and a half.
Give me a
Yeah.
week. That's fucking jump numbers right there.
Yeah, and we'll announce before we plan on reading them out. But you know, you don't have to post a screenshot of every game and have us figure out which one's your highest.
Yeah, just post
don't
your
do that.
highest. Like if you beat your highest, go back and delete your previous screenshot and just submit a new one. It's not
Yep.
that hard. You right click, and you go down to delete, and you save us the time of looking at all of them.
I mean, you
Or
want to be, you guys want to be
Use for
real
the week.
champions. You can keep
Oh.
track
You
if
could type
someone
out your-
else has even beat you, and just
Yeah.
delete
You
that so you
could.
don't got to filter them. But you know,
You could even submit your screenshot and then put your
Yeah.
damage number with it, so we're not having to go through the whole screenshot to make sure that your damage, is lined up.
Is where it should be, right?
You could help us out.
help us help you win.
you want Blaze to cast your games. He will bring up how many tablet stacks you have.
I will. I 100% will, dude. I did it all weekend. All weekend, I was tracking tablet stacks.
Wholeheartedly too. I wonder how long until like some of the challengers realize that's why we read their. However you put the shit in the fucking community corner is how we're gonna read it.
Yep.
Just because sometimes going through everything is a bit tenuous.
You know, that is how it is.
I think
But,
part of the problem is like it's not any of our jobs, right? Like we do make some. I mean, I say we make money off the Patreon, but I like the closest I think it's bought us a hat. It bought Depp a hat, and it bought it's bought all of us a hat
Represent.
basically in a plushie. So
Right.
I mean the microphones.
Otherwise,
yes,
it's
and all that, but-
equipment.
yeah. Otherwise, like a lot of the stuff, it is
Um,
just kind of work sometimes. Like when people go in and will post and like the ideas and stuff.
And honestly,
things
I think I've worn the hat pretty regularly for our episodes. So it's used in production. It's a set piece.
I will wear mine when it's not winter and I'm not bald.
Hmm.
But the combination of the
I
two.
feel like if you were bald, you should wear the hat.
No, I wear a beanie.
Oh.
My head gets
Gotcha.
cold, man.
Beanies are dubs.
Stitch the beanie inside the hat. Wear the hat.
Beanie hat.
Beanie hat.
All right.
The bocce beanie hat. We're coming up with. We got to sell it now.
Who's reading
Community
these
corner.
community corners?
Fro Double G is reading these community corners.
Fro
or
Double
Riggs.
G is
Riggs showed up
definitely
late.
reading.
We can make him. We can make
Oh, is
him
that my
read 'em.
punishment?
Maybe.
It could be his punishment, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Fro,
okay.
why don't you read half and Riggs will read half?
I mean, I can do
could,
that.
I could do it.
I mean, I'm totally not
was
vamping
late.
right now anyway, so.
Right. Fro's got to pull it up
I'll-
in the first place.
I'll read them. It's fine.
All right.
So, I'm just making sure there's nothing before it. Okay, yeah. So the CC was you're going on vacation. What god is flying the plane? Who is driving the taxi, driving the boats, and who would be your tour guide? And then when I read that, that's a fucking elaborate ass vacation. Let me tell you.
Right.
So then we've got Sasquatch, right? First response. Not gods except for myself. So.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
really
Is that how
follow
it is?
the
You won that one?
But chose to do the host instead. So he said Fro would be our pilot for the plane. Depp is driving the taxi. I am driving the boat. And Nev and Blaze are going to be the tour guides.
Okay.
I feel like you fucked up. Very step one.
Yeah, you were
when you're
definitely
like,
not making it to
Fro-
your destination.
Yeah, he's like, Fro flies the plane. Fro's afraid of heights.
Let's go, dude. More reason for you to fly the plane.
Right.
This bitch is going to get 10 feet off the ground and we're going to be driving down the highway with it. And you're like, no, this is good. This is good. We don't need to get.
This is good. We're fine. We're fine.
Gonna be hitting light posts. It's so low. It's like GTA. Yeah, I like the fact that you think we're gonna make it to the destination with the three of us doing that. You're never gonna see Nev or Blaze.
No, it's not going to make it to
Even
that
though I
point.
think they would make great tour guides.
The three least responsible to do the things that require the most responsibility. Like if you have a
Hey,
bad tour guide,
could-
you could
I
just
can drive
leave the
taxi.
motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what I've done to show that I could drive a boat, but sure.
I grew up on a lake. Why didn't I get picked for the boat? Like, you know how much time I have spending driving boats? More than the average.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm no yacht
You know how much
clubs,
I have?
but
0.
I've got boat time.
you know, shit. You live in a
Me too.
desert. They want you driving the boat.
I
Hold
live
up
in a
here.
desert
Right.
with no water. And I'm the boat guy.
Yeah, you never taken the sand boats, dude?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
Out there just
We call those
paddling
we call those cars.
Dim
I'm
our
not gonna
cars
lie.
right there.
One of my favorite
MR
fantasy tropes is the sand ocean.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I don't know. There's something about it. I just love it. It's a good trope.
Yep. Next.
And then next up we have
Next
I
up.
still don't remember. He was even on one of the podcasts. I don't remember it. It's Pet or Pete Sports, Pet Esports, Pet Sports,
He was on the
Pete
podcast.
Sports.
Pete Sports. Yeah.
Hey, he did the guest.
Yeah.
Year's.
I still don't remember what it is. He said, I'm not taking a plane. I'm taking Apollo's chariot.
There
So
we go.
Apollo's gonna be flying. Gonna have Kuzumbo in the taxi because he would lighten the mood. If you could find a taxi that would fit, I'm sure he would be a great
Yeah.
driver.
Yeah.
He does have to look out for his little kid, little nenes. So I'm
Listen,
sure
it's
he
the
would
it's
be
the
able to drive you.
Uber XL, and he's got the Nene in a child seat in the passenger spot.
You think he has like a themed taxi where like it's like his back, like his shell is the taxi, and like you sit on top of it in like a little
It
pool?
looks like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles van from the 90s, for sure. You know the one I'm talking
Gotcha.
about?
I do,
I do.
yeah.
That I guarantee that's it.
Poseidon would be the boat captain. He does seem to know his way around water.
Yep.
So far, so good. And then Mercury would be the tour guide. He talks a little fast, but fun personality, and he'll get through the boring stuff fast. I would argue most tour guides are just boring in general.
Well, there you
Even the
go.
tours that you're on, there's not much exciting things to say. This over here is a statue that someone pissed on in 1962.
Okay.
That's pretty much. I don't know. That's how I envision tours.
Okay.
Coffin Monkey is next, where basically Popeye is just doing all the work. His Popeye is his dog, by the way. If you don't know, his little wiener dog.
Mm-hmm.
Popeye's flying the plane. He's driving the taxi, he's steering the boat, and then Quetzalcoatl's Cuckoo is doing the tour. And then
Nice.
he says, "My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. The player has left the match."
Good
I
way
don't
to
know
end
what
it.
that's a reference to. Besides, I mean, I know the song, but like,
Right.
I don't know why it ends like that.
Maybe a
And
VGS line.
then-
I don't know.
Oh, that is right. Yeah, I think that is.
It is, I think,
Is it?
because he's a
It is
snake.
a something in the game. Yeah. And then next we have Sasquatch again, but this time it's actually real
Actually, a
answers,
one.
Nuwa,
Yeah.
Nuwa flying the plane because who else to pilot? Then who else would be a better pilot than the Guardian of the Heavens? Athena is driving the taxi, sharing the wisdom on the road. Yamoja is going to captain the boat because she keeps the waters calm. And Uller is the tour guide because who better to lead you in search of glory? That is a throwback right there. Shout out to Uller.
Shout out to Glory. Yeah. Gotta love it.
Next up, we have Amber Bug, and Jean Kui is flying the plane because he is a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
Is he?
He's got the military skin, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then the little helicopters like the okay, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, he only had like 3 skins, so you think I would know him. But,
Right.
Maui is driving the taxi. He'll just teleport people to him.
Okay.
Hades is driving the boat to hell. Apparently,
I'm not going on that
so we
boat.
found out where.
No.
Yeah, we found out where Amber is going.
Also, that's Charon.
Yeah, I was like,
Right.
Charon's definitely disagreeing.
Right.
And then Baron is the tour guide because he looks like a tour guide.
And then Amber
Oh,
had
that
her
was her-
husband
That
do
was
it.
her husband, or
N-
was that her? Oh yeah, no, then her
No,
husband did it
that
next
the
time.
first one was
Okay.
hers, so her husband did one.
Okay, yeah. So her husband did a mine terror, and he says Afro is flying the plane, the Mile High Club.
There you go.
Gilgamesh is driving the taxi because he drop kicks, move, get out the way.
I could see
Poseidon
like
is
doing
driving the
one of
boat.
those like what is it, like parkour moves out of the driver's window to like grab onto it and then drop kick another car out of the lane next to him, somehow flipping back
Yeah.
into the car and then taking that lane.
Poseidon is driving the boat because he would put on a grand show with all the fish. And
Aquaman type stuff out here.
Thoth is the tour guide because of his book of knowledge.
Fun fact, I think we found out that's not the Book of Knowledge.
It's the Book of the Dead.
I think so.
I wouldn't be able to tell you
Dolph
either.
is the arbiter of the damned.
Arbiter of the Damned, so that's the Book of the Damned. For sure. Right?
think so.
What are
There's
his
the book
abilities
of-
named?
I don't know, man.
You know?
Hieroglyphic
Actually,
assault.
he's just linked to books in general.
Ooh, wait, can I think I might be able to get it. Hold on. Is his one's hieroglyphic assault, 2 is evade and punish, his ult is final judgment, his 3 is fucking something.
Isn't it just Wall of
What's it
Glyphs?
called? That might be it. Yeah.
Glyph of Pain.
Damn.
But what's his passive?
I couldn't tell you.
Dead Reckoning.
See? Dead
Oh yeah,
driven in
I
there.
had that one on my brain. I just didn't think about it. I was about to say that one actually. And then next up, or I guess lastly, we have Mir Fennec. Freya is flying the plane. Taxi driver would be Apollo. Hebo would, or did we establish it was it Hebo Habwa? And if you say Habwa,
Hubro?
E
you're an idiot, right?
Who,
Hebro.
bro?
Who, bro?
Hubro, yeah, Hubro drives the boat, and tour guide would be Rat, because why not? And I agree with that. If there's there's one tour guide I would listen to, it'd be Rat.
There we go.
I just
I'll
thought of a
listen to that guy
grand
talk about it
CC
nuts
for
all the
us.
time.
Oh yeah.
Bad
Well-
pronunciations of every god.
That
Oh,
would be good.
like pronounce the god's name, wrong answers only.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like who, bro?
Too, bro.
I've literally been calling that on stream. It's called
Well,
Who, bro?
Well, I mean, we got
Fro-
who, bro? We got Huge
We
Wayne.
gotta put that in line behind the replace serial characters with Smite gods.
I mean, we can make whatever
One,
fucking line
so-
we want. We make the line. Back.
Right. And I'm saying that's in line after that one. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that?
I mean, catch us next week when you're like, do we got a subject this week? And I'm scrolling through the ideas and shit and say, how about this? And you're like, yeah, that don't sound half bad.
Got him.
Listen, today's subject was not Smite. Okay. It was figuring out what links are, right?
Yeah. What? We learned a lot about sausage rigs.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what the picture that Deb posted was with the mild
It-
beef links?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so one of them's beef, one of them's turkey, one of them's pork. But like, truth be told, my family had never bought links, and I was like, do you put it in a bun? Because they're not breakfast sausage. They're linked.
Yeah, they're like the ones that they're like all linked together, like in like the big long like strand of them, right?
I don't know. I haven't opened the box yet. I've never. My family's never
We-
bought,
we
and so
don't-
they
we don't-
got on the discussion of what are links.
Rigs, we don't know. Only
We don't
Depp
know.
does, but he has to open the
have
package
to
for us to
open it.
find out.
Yeah,
Why don't you open it on the episode?
that'd be a lot of work to figure out which freezer they're in. They could be all the way upstairs. I'm not gonna do that. I'll let you know how the Euros are next week. We're having Euros this weekend.
Gotcha. Okay.
Don't forget to make
Yeah.
that Ziki.
Well, that is like
Dude, it's
I
just
sent
not
my
the same
I
without
sent my
Ziki.
dad out to the store. I'm like, you need to buy us one cucumber because yeah. Can't do
Also,
it.
I like the I'm not a big cake person, so I'm not like a big icing person. But the crush cake.
The crush
seems
cake
interesting.
is pretty good.
Seems interesting. I'm a big fan
Yeah.
of orange.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You're a big fan of orange. Are you pulp
orange.
but no pulp? That's
Oh,
the question.
fucking Christ.
Oh, you know what? Listen, you gotta think swimming in
hold
my
up.
orange juice. I'll drink it. I don't care.
Let's
wanna know
let's give
something
our
funny?
responses first. Let's give our
Yeah.
responses first.
Oh, we're going back.
I was no pulp if I don't have a straw. Pulp if I have a straw because of mustache.
I just think if you're gonna have pulp, just eat an orange. And then when you eat an orange, just eat it. Just like bite into it like an apple. Really, really set the mental for the day and let people know you mean business.
I just don't care. I'll just drink it. It could be pulp. It could have no pulp. It could have fucking whatever in it.
Y'all remember
I'll
Sunny
drink
D?
it.
Yeah.
Like the orange
Yeah.
juice stuff? You know
Hot
there's
take.
Sunny D
Remember.
seltzers now?
Yeah, that's too far. Fuck that. No.
That is too far, but I
It's
saw
too
that the other
far.
day and I was like, I
Cut
need
in your
that
fucking
not-
Sunny D.
I
Like,
was like,
there's
I need
club
that-
soda for a reason. Like, fucking stop.
I was like, I need that not to be a thing. I
You
need
know
that not to exist.
what you should have with a glass of Sunny D?
What's
A
that?
few animal crackers.
Dude,
I
animal crackers
shit you
slap.
not. Animal crackers plus Sunny D taste fucking amazing, dude.
Okay, are we talking about plain animal crackers?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure because some people hear animal crackers or they think they're
Like, they want
the
frosted ones,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. No.
Have you had the chocolate ones, dude? Like the plain just chocolate flavored ones? Delicious.
Mm.
Riggs out here with an actual orange in hand, dude. He came prepared. He knew what he
Knew.
signed up for
Well,
today.
When I was late, I was like, I had just made like a sandwich, like a bagel sandwich and shit, and like I had oranges and grapes, and I was like eating the grapes. I was like, oh shit, they're recording, and so I've been sitting here. I finally ate the sandwich. I was trying to be like discreet about it.
You've been doing a
I still got
half-ass
an orange
alright
sitting
job,
here.
but when you disappear off camera, Riggs' face just kind of fades down in the corner for a
My
second.
face just
Right.
flops into my
I've seen,
desk.
I've
and then
seen
I
him
just start,
duck down a couple times and, like, shovel something
Bruh,
in.
it was just looking at me the entire time. It was so good.
All right, let's do our responses and get the fuck out of here, boys.
Okay.
Our responses.
Yeah,
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
we gotta
community
answer it.
corner deck.
Oh, we got to do ours, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh, are we doing that?
I
we
mean,
could
I
do
mean,
that.
yeah, we kind of always have.
I got this.
So I'll
Hold on.
lead, right?
shit.
So
Oh,
when it
okay.
comes to
Here we go.
flying, y'all got it wrong. Athena,
Mm.
because we're just gonna skip the whole flying part, right? We're just point A, point B. Boom.
No,
we're
her
there,
ult. You're just going to ult in.
right? And then we got the driving part. Again, y'all missing the thing. We have Heimdall. We're just fuck all of this traffic. Crystalline over there. Boom. We're there. Simple. The boat. Now this might be a little controversial, but I'm thinking it's not a cruise ship, right? Right? It's not
Okay.
going on a cruise. It's just probably like a boat, like to move around a little bit. Ferry at largest. So I'm going with Bacchus, right? Because it's either going to be the old wino captain that'll get us where we need to go. No worries. Or it's going to be a good time while we get there on this boat. Right? We're going to have a few
Okay.
drinks. We're having a good time. I'm on vacation, right? I'm ready to relax. My tour guide, Baron, right? Because, yeah, other people might be able to know more, take you places and all that. But Baron, he's going to make you laugh. And he's going to make sure you bring some brew. Again, I'm on vacation, right?
hmm
So that's what I got.
Okay. Well, you know what, Fro? I'm going to say you're wrong. Because for my pilot and my taxi driver, I'm just going to have it be Giannis. Man can wear two hats, use one portal for the entire thing.
He's not
Point A,
Agni.
point B. He's not Agni. Two hats. I see what you did there. And then we're gonna go Ao Kuang because he's the dragon god of the Eastern Seas. That sounds pretty great for a boat captain. And For the tour guide, Zeus, man, knows how to party. Not going to be
Let
boring
the
with that,
heavens
man.
rave.
Exactly.
All right. Horus is flying the plane, dude. He just is. He has wings. He flies around, goes from point A to point B. Logical sense, I feel like.
Okay.
Driving the taxi. I've had a lot of debate on this because I don't know how I feel about it. But Donson Burrow has to be a good time. He has the money. He doesn't need me to pay for it. I feel like he's just having a good time. He's a trickster god. It's gonna at least make it interesting.
Bumps into cars and little coins pop out.
Yeah. Fun for everybody. Driving the boat, none other than Ymir. Okay,
Oh.
because Weimer, if things go bad, he's gonna throw down some ice, and we're gonna be fine. We're
You're going to
skate
sink
on
like
by.
the Titanic.
Yep, and we might sink
Just
like
like
the
the
Titanic. It's fine. But I'm packing my ice skates, and I don't have ice skates. That's a story for another time. And my tour guide is Ganesh.
Is that a threat to him?
Who?
He's a big old ice dude, and you're like, I'm bringing my ice skates.
No, so that he could throw the ice out and I can skate, dude.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying, it's like
Blaze is
staring
over-
at me and you're
Blaze
like,
is
I'm bringing
over
knife
the women and
shoes. It's
children.
like,
I wanna
uh,
see-
I
Skate
don't
away.
ice skate. Last time I ice skated, I was like 7, and an adult man bodied me on purpose.
Mm,
And I landed on my head. I don't ice skate, but I'd bring ice skates for that situation.
okay.
Because he'd be able to throw down the ice, and I'd be able to get to where I need to go just in case.
Yeah.
I'm prior planning, dude. I follow the 6 Ps. Tour guide, Ganesha, because he's the god of success. And
Okay.
I'd like to have a successful vacation.
Hell
That's
yeah.
fair.
All right.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I would say I'm on my villain arc right now.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Like usual, you mean?
if I'm flying
Right.
if
Like
I'm
you.
flying if I'm flying somewhere, I want to cause some destruction. Right?
Oh no.
I want Surtur to be flying me, and I want to just crash down on a fucking wherever we're landing with a big old ball, big old meteor. And
Just cause some natural disasters while you're at it.
yeah. I want to be the only person that's willing to stay at this vacation destination.
Get
So
the
I want
whole
everybody
place
else
to
to leave.
yourself. Just cause a little destruction beforehand, and then
Just-
just relax.
And then my taxi driver, we don't need a car. I just want to get Yamoja with Infinite Omi, and I want to be 3'd to where I'm going. Just constantly like riptide it away to where I'm going. I think it'd be really fun.
Someone accidentally walks into it. They're now just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Who's driving the boat? Again, I don't need a boat. I've got Jormungandr to just carry me. I'll basically be on my own version of like Gyarados, but just way bigger.
Okay.
And then my tour guide would be Hunt Bats.
The
He's a
howler
little-
monkey
he's a little
god
monkey.
just
Little
just a
monkey
monkey
saying, yeah.
screaming. you're just walking
boop,
around
bat, boop,
following
boop,
a
bat.
monkey. That's great.
Yeah, he's just boop boop batting in my ear the whole time.
Oh my god.
And I'm doing it back to him, and we're just having like a little boop boop bat off.
Beatboxing all around.
And then he can tell me that it's not wise to do things.
Okay.
I forget the exact voice line. It's like it's not wise to something stupid.
Okay.
But yeah.
There we go.
Also,
Diamond
can I ask,
challenge.
why is it Cabrakan's challengers?
No,
What is
we were,
it?
'cause we were
alliteration.
trying to we were trying to find as many C's that we could add in as possible.
Yeah.
If you want another CH, why not do like Turnabout? Or Chonga or
Cthulhu.
Chalk.
I'm getting bad
Charybdis.
ideas. Yeah, I'm not
Charybdis.
adding into this right now.
Chalk and Cabrakan's challengers challenge. Chalk,
I'll
Chongas,
put all the sea gods. Just put all the sea gods
In a row.
Kronos,
Chalk, Chongas, Turnibogs,
Cthulhu, Kukulin challenge.
Chronos, Chiron,
Yeah.
Charybdis,
Cupid.
Cupid.
Just start spelling everyone with a CH.
Sorry, Diamond Challenge.
Chamazots.
All right.
Yeah.
Diamond Challenge is next week. We're reading
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we're reading it next week. Get your answers in here. And I think we're winding down here. If co-host Fro Double G would like to pull up his thank yous. I can't see his situation right now, so I'm vamping for him, you know.
Oh, I'm good to go.
We all love the vamp. And Fro Double G, who do we have to thank this week?
Thank you to all of our wonderful patrons that this week have provided Blaze with his brand new microphone and interface. So hopefully he sounded better for
Hey,
y'all.
thank
Although his
you.
last mic was pretty solid. So this is just to get us all on the same standard, essentially. But thank you to Ariel Steel, Pestis Dog, Bree Chia Pet, Weatherman Keith, Jade Flagon, Baseball Griff, Bombi, Danny, Caveman, Neo, Coffin Monkey, CD Arlets, Gilly, Snorlax, Weatherman, Adios, Sir Ember, K-Brojo, Famous Freak, Stoffmeister, Backlash, Sadons, Dr. Godfucker, Lantern, Reese, Warlord Yo, Bats Kid, Echo Dunk, Doc, Necros, Adderjo, Riggs, Dracon Prime, Glenn Wiggle, Granite Boys, Camo Void, Camo Hoss, Void versus Void, Enbright, Sloppy Satch, Scion Gemini, Batman, Sandman, Aquasoft, Kilowatt Man, I'm a Hater, Mr. Man, Colorado, Amberbug, Folk Hero, and the Big Red. Thank you all very much. Manly heart hands.
Mainly hard hands.
Thanks, dogs.
Yeah. You know, going off of
I
the
also-
CHs, I started thinking like, well, what if we put the C in front of H gods? Chime dollars.
Okay, you need to be stopped.
Chibo. Chatties.
Chiba.
Chibo.
No, this is unacceptable. Absolutely not.
Horus just turns into chorus.
No,
Please
it's
stop.
Taurus.
Hercules.
Oh God, please.
Anyways, I speaking of Patreon, so I posted a little like little teaser in patrons or the patrons thing, but
Yeah.
I did a thing with the last WWE game and then it quickly fell off and I stopped doing it, but I've been re-inspired.
New
by the
WWE
time-
game coming out.
Yeah, by the time this episode comes out, the new WWE game will be out, and I'm not entirely sure structure, but I will be either streaming it in Discord or maybe trying to get Twitch back up again. A weekly wrestling show, essentially, is what I guess you could call it. And so I'm gonna do it for patrons. So if you just kind of like last time, where it was, if you were a patron, you wanted to be in the game, let me know and send me like references, like how you want it to look, what you want, like who basically, who, if you have a favorite wrestler, if you watch wrestling or anything, I'll just give you their moveset if you want, so like your moves and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too crazy. Give me a reference on how you want your person to look, and I'll try to do my best. I've been trying to get some assets ready so I can make like a cool arena and stuff, but there will be something in the works. So just let me know. And of course, I will start off as champion again for the bocce, but who knows if I'll lose the belt.
New game. New game.
It is a new game. And allegedly, we'll see. But part of the reason I kind of stopped doing stuff for the last game is because the game itself couldn't function with too many custom assets in the game. It would crash constantly. You would lose progress. It would be a big old shit show, which is kind of like the whole point to me of WWE games, is to just make a bunch of cool shit.
Right.
So it kind of didn't make me want to do this. And allegedly, they fixed it for this one. They said that they've worked out a lot of kinks in that.
Okay. Well, all right. I like the sound of that. And as Riggs disconnects, why don't we say goodbye? I feel like
Bye.
Bye.
that's the perfect timing.
Bye.